What's up, everyone? So, today's video, we're going to look at Stephen A. Smith and his remarks that he made about Nigerian basketball. So, in this time of social and racial unrest, uttering insensitive and controversial statement is always going to cause an uproar. In the case of Stephen A. Smith, he's getting a considerable amount of heat after his recent remarks on, Team USA's loss to Nigeria. This is at the time of the Olympics. This article is by Fadeaway World. So he was quoted as saying, "There's no excuse to lose to Nigeria." Some dude named Gabe Ndami, who goes by Gabe Vincent and plays for the Miami Heat, or Caleb Agada, however the hell you pronounce his name, Smith declared, you give up 60 points on threes, excuse me, can do better than that. So you can see from this statement, he disrespected, the Nigerian country, the Nigerian basketball team, and so even the cultures of the team. So this is what he actually said.
But when you talk about bona fide stars in the National Basketball Association, we can pick at least 15 to 20 of them. Half of them are on this damn roster. There's no excuse to lose to Nigeria. Some dude, Gabe Namdi, who goes by Gabe Vincent for the Miami Heat, Caleb Agada, Namu, or however the hell you pronounce his name. You give up 60 points on threes? Excuse me. You can do better than that. And oh, by the way, let's also look at Greg Popovich, because he's a 5-time champion. One of the elite coaches this game has ever seen. Hasn't looked the same since Tim Duncan retired. A little bit different now. So let's point to everything. And let's understand, still in all, you have enough to win gold. It should not require that roster spot 1 to 15 is the absolute best that the NBA and USA basketball can send. We have enough great players. They just got to care enough and be focused, and we got to know that we got the right coaching.
So you heard what the man said. I mean, he really doesn't even care about, the basketball in Nigeria. He doesn't care about the success that Nigeria had. Fans and members of the media, even Nigeria basketball, pushed back against Stephen A. Smith, putting him on the spotlight on Monday afternoon. So the Tigers Nigerian basketball was quoted as saying, a 1-minute clip with no basketball analysis and pure disrespect to the names of our culture. Do better, please, Stephen A. Smith. This is low even for you. So you could see Stephen A. Smith was getting backlash from, the Nigerian basketball team for all the comments that he made, the choice words that he made that, straight up disrespected that nation. Stephen A. Smith also had some comments about MLB star Sloy Ohtani. I'd rather listen to Sloy Ohtani speak Japanese than Stephen A. speak English. So this tweet is by Super 70s Sport. It was pretty funny. Needless to say, it wasn't a good day for Stephen A. Smith, who managed to offend two different people's groups in a matter of a few hours. But after realizing the amount of backlash he was receiving, he posted an apology on Twitter, with more to come on First Take today. So this guy apparently got cancelled. He got called out of his BS, and he was put on the back foot for, I think, the first time of his career, because a whole nation was coming at him. So he straight up disrespected the nation. So it was eventual that was gonna happen. So amazing. So Stephen A. Smith tweeted, "Amazing that folks don't know me after all these years. If I'm wrong about something, I will apologize, especially if I unintentionally offend any group of people, because it's the right thing to do, period. I'm black. I will know. See you all tomorrow at First Take." So you can see the straight up arrogance that this guy had, and it wasn't helping his situation, because he was also forced to apologize about his comments about Ohtani, that MLB player. So I mean, this guy's down bad. Then eventually he came out with an apology, which was just long. Let me just go ahead and read it. "Let me apologize right now. Also, I'm watching things unfold. Let me say I've never intended to offend any community, particularly the Asian community, and especially Shohei Ohtani. Let me pronounce his name, Ohtani himself. As an African American, keenly aware of the damage stereotyping has done to many in this country. It should have elevated my sensitivities even more based on my words. I failed in that regard, and it's on me and me alone. Ohtani is one of the greatest, he's one of the brightest stars in all sports. He is making a difference, and it pertains to inclusiveness and leadership. I should have embraced that in my comments. Instead, I screwed up. In this day and age, with all the violence being perpetrated against the Asian community, my comments, albeit unintentional, were clearly insensitive and regrettable. There's simply no other way to put it. I'm sincerely sorry for anything he has caused in his comments on First Take this morning. And again, I'm sorry, and I'm happily iterate that these words expensively tomorrow morning. So you can see he only addressed the Asian community, but he didn't even address the African community, of which, he disrespected in that 1 minute clip, the clip that you have seen. But he came in and just apologized. This goes to show you that this guy, he will literally shit on anyone that's not that's not a threat to him. So he feels like Africans are not a threat to him, and it's sad because we are supposed to support each other in everything that we do. It's not saying that just support just because of supporting, but no disrespect. Respect is agreed to, recognize, and abide by. So those are the qualities and traits that you must have. So in the end, Stephen A. Smith came out in an apology which was so empty, and I know that it's not even coming from him. It was the network that forced him. So Smith hasn't gone into specific about his comments on Nigerian basketball, but you can expect him to address that topic more throughout the week. So, he just mentioned it. It was so empty. It was just an empty apology. So, for now, people will continue to slam the famous ESPN voice for some rather regrettable comments that he has made throughout his career. So, I'm going to just leave that, small snippet of him apologizing. And you guys tell me what you think in the comments section, because this guy, man, he straight up disrespected a whole nation. Africans need to stand up together and, not let these people disrespect us, because we have the same talent. We are arguably we can even have the better talent, and it's sad to see how people stereotype things and try to make Africa look so backward when Africa is not backward, and it's sad. It's sad. So, yeah, man. With that being said, I'm out.
I want to start the show today the only way it can and should start today, with an apology. My sincere apology, to be quite honest with you. An apology that is from me, from the heart, not from the network, not from anybody else, just me. Not something handed down to me to say something on the airwaves. Because I alone messed up. I can say that my intentions were good, but as a black man in America, I've heard a lot of people say hurtful things about the black community and then claim the intentions were good. I know it doesn't work like that. And I don't let people get away with that excuse when it's targeted at black America. What I said about Shohei Ohtani on First Take hurt the Asian community and the Asian American community. How I spoke about the Nigerian basketball team on the very same show hurt people as well. So it doesn't matter what my opinion was or my intentions were. What matters is that I messed up, and that I intend to learn and listen to people in those communities to better understand their perspectives on their culture, on language, on marketability, you name it. I messed up and I hurt people with my words, and for that I apologize to Shohei Ohtani and his family for the hurt I caused by my remarks. I apologize to the Asian community and the Asian American community. I apologize to the Nigerian basketball team too. I sincerely apologize. I also sincerely hope that my mistake helps push the conversation forward to educate people out there on these issues and many others. Obviously, myself would be included in that.